Hello there. I was thinking the other day about those great blues masters that we discovered in our youth and we wanted to copy, and how we collected their songs and their little tunes and their riffs, and we took them in our belt and say, okay, we learnt this one, we know this one, let's move on to more advanced things. And I did this for a number of years, saying, okay, I could play Mississippi Blues, I could play Candyman, I could play and so on and so on. It's not until a little bit later in our playing career that we look back and we realise that there are some things that we've missed, and there are some things that we forget about the music that makes it very, very special. And I decided to take a look at some of Gary Davis's famous songs, like Candyman, Cincinnati Flow Drag and Cockaigne Blues. And of course they seem quite simple in some respects, particularly songs like in C, like Candyman, Cockaigne Blues, but in fact he has a magical way of producing a wonderful sound, and he doesn't seem to be doing much with his hands at all. So I wanted to talk today a little bit about that. When you take a piece like for example St. Louis Tickle, syncopated, and it seems that there's more happening than is. Listen to the thumb. It really is a magical feel, and we know that Gary Davis produced and perfected his own distinctive style using one plastic thumb pick and a steel finger pick. But in actual fact, as far as blues techniques are concerned, he could do it all. He could roll the thumb basses in this way in quick succession like Blind Blake. He could do the single string runs, and he could jump his thumb across the strings. Listen to the first section of Cincinnati Flow Drag, and you'll hear this thumb jump, you'll hear the thumb roll, and single string runs as well. You can hear that the thumb is absolutely essential to Gary Davis's style. And Cincinnati Flow Drag is a complicated piece, and there's a fantastic lesson by Ernie Hawkins that you can find advertised on YouTube. Let's take a look at a piece like Cockaigne Blues in C. Gary Davis sets up this wonderful simple alternating bass pattern between the 6th and the 4th string. Sometimes he uses his thumb to strum across all of the strings. We'll take a look at the tablature for one verse of Cockaigne Blues. I hope you enjoy it. Bye-bye. I'll just freeze myself in time while we take a look at the chords we're going to use. There aren't many chords, it's a simple piece, but these are the variations in C, F and G. You'll notice when I was playing that I have a capo on the first fret, which is my habit, but you'll see the chord shapes without a capo. Also, I'll be demonstrating without fingerpicks because they make quite a lot of noise, and Gary Davis played with a large-bodied Gibson guitar, and to use fingerpicks on this small-bodied Martin makes it rattle a little bit, so I'll just use bare fingers. Let's take a look at the first section. In the next section we move to the F chord and we start with a pinch, and notice there's a pull-off on the second string. But this pull-off is very slow, so that when you pull off it coincides with your thumb hitting the F bass note. The rest of this section is quite straightforward. Although with these simple chords the left-hand action is pretty evident, I've included a little variation here to make it interesting. Look at the end of the tablature where the thumb lifts off and back on. And here again, because we're having so much fun, I've added another variation to make things a little bit more interesting. Watch out for it, it's right at the beginning.